have caused me anguish. We are all aware that corruption is pervasive. It operates at every level. The poor may carry its greatest burden, but it is an affliction that every Indian is desperate to be rid of. Fighting corruption is an integral part to eliminating poverty as Mahatma Gandhi Narega or the Land Acquisition Bill. Yet it is equally imperative to the growth and development of our nation. Madam Speaker, we cannot wish away corruption by the mere desire to see it removed from our lives. This requires a comprehensive framework of action and a concentrated political program supported by all levels of the state, from the highest to the lowest. Most importantly, it requires a firm political will. Madam Speaker, in the past few years, I have traveled the length and breadth of our country. I have met scores of countrymen, rich and poor, old and young, privileged and disempowered, who have expressed their disillusionment to me. In the last few months, Annaji has helped the people to articulate this same sentiment. I thank him for that. I believe that the real question before us...
Please, let's have order in the House.
I believe that the real question before us, as representatives of the people of India today, is whether we are prepared to take the battle against corruption head on. It is not a matter of how the present impasse will resolve. It is a much greater battle. There are no simple solutions. To eradicate corruption demands a far deeper engagement and a sustained commitment from each one of us. Witnessing the events of the last few days, it would appear the enactment of a single bill will usher in a corruption-free society. I have serious doubts about this belief. An effective Lokpal law is only one element in the legal framework to combat corruption. The Lokpal institution alone cannot be a substitute for a comprehensive anti-corruption code. A set of effective laws is required. Laws that address the following critical issues are necessary to stand alongside the Lokpal initiative. Government funding of elections and political parties. Transparency in public procurement. Proper regulation of sectors that fuel corruption, like land and mining.
क्यों देख रहे हो?
Please sit down. Please sit down.
ये पूरा नाटक मीडिया के लिए किया जा रहा है।
Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. यहाँ बैठ जाइए। हाँ बैठ जाइए। बैठ जाइए। बैठ जाइए। बैठ जाइए। बैठ जाइए। बैठ जाइए। Please sit down. Please sit down. आप भी बैठ जाइए। Don't question. Please sit down. देखिए इस समय शून्य प्रहर चल रहा है और मैंने अनुमति दी है श्री राहुल गांधी को और इन्हें बोलने दीजिए।
The two contrarian scenes that we are seeing, Anna Hazare there chanting Inkilab Zindabad, Rahul Gandhi engaged in a verbal battle of a kind that perhaps he's engaged in the first time with the opposition inside the Lok Sabha. The reason the opposition is upset, let's go back to Rahul Gandhi.
Fuel corruption like land and mining, grievance redress mechanisms in public service, delivery of old age pensions and ration cards, continued tax reforms to end tax evasion. We owe it to the people of this country to work together across party lines to ensure that Parliament functions at its optimal capacity and delivers these laws in a just and time-bound manner. We speak of a statutory Lokpal, but our discussion sees at the point of its accountability to the people and the risk that it might itself become corrupt. Madam Speaker, why not elevate the debate? Let us take it further and fortify the Lokpal bill by making it a constitutional body like the Election Commission of India. I feel the time has come for us to seriously consider this idea. Madam Speaker, laws and institutions are not enough. A representative, inclusive and accessible democracy is central to fighting corruption. Individuals have brought our country great gains. They have galvanized people in the cause of Individuals have brought our country great gains. They have galvanized people in the cause of freedom and development. However, we must not weaken the democratic process. This process is often lengthy and lumbering, but it is so in order to be inclusive and fair. It provides a representative and transparent platform where ideas are translated into laws. A process divorced from the machinery of an elected government that seeks to undo the checks and balances created to protect the supremacy of Parliament of this House sets a dangerous precedent for our democracy. Today the proposed law is against corruption. Tomorrow the target may be something less universally heralded. It may attack the plurality of our society and our democracy. India's biggest achievement is our democratic system. It is the life force of our nation. I believe we need more democracy within our political parties. I believe in government funding of our political parties. I believe in empowering our youth, in opening the doors of our closed political system, in bringing fresh blood into politics and into this House. I believe in moving our democracy deeper and deeper into our villages and our cities. I know my faith in democracy is shared by members of this House. I know that regardless of their political affiliation, many of my colleagues work tirelessly to realize the ideals upon which our nation was built. The pursuit of truth is the greatest of these ideals. It won us our freedom. It gave us our democracy. Let us commit ourselves to truth and probity in public life. We owe it to the people of India. Thank you.
Shri Sharad Yadav.
आज पूरे देश में खास करके उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, आसाम, बंगाल में गंगा जो है वो पूरे